Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. Water that's supposed to be safe is raising new concerns in Northwest Territories schools. Recent tests show copper levels up to 3 times Health Canada's limit, on top of earlier lead findings. Students were already on bottled water, but the results are raising new questions. The CBC's Jocelyn Chappelle reports.
Last week, water testing at Yellowknife's Welladay Catholic School, St. Patrick High School, and its Career and Technical Centre showed copper in some drinking sources. In some cases, triple the acceptable amount set by Health Canada. The Territory's Department of Infrastructure says the results were a bit unexpected, but something they are able to address.
It has always been part of the testing. It's part of the guidelines that we're following from Health Canada. And knowing where the copper is in the system helps us identify where the lead is, if that makes sense. It helps us identify how things are flowing through the plumbing system. So we've been testing it all along. It's just shown up a couple of times recently.
McKay says mitigation measures for lead, like filters or flushing systems, will also reduce the copper levels in the water. The Welladay Catholic School saw its highest copper results in drinking water fountains after water had sat unused overnight, with one showing 6,880 micrograms a litre. Health Canada's maximum acceptable concentration for copper in drinking water is 2,000 micrograms a litre. In a statement, Health Canada says long-term exposure to high levels of copper in drinking water may cause effects on the liver and kidneys, and that infants may be more at risk because they absorb more copper, drink more water based on body weight, and are less able to remove copper from their bodies because their organs are still growing. Health Canada recommends anyone that has specific health concerns about exposure to copper or lead to contact their health professional. In Betchcont, Chief Jimmy Bruno School also had high copper levels, along with Elizabeth Mackenzie Elementary School. One expert says research into copper is a newer area, but it shows that large amounts can have negative impacts, mostly within the stomach and digestive tract.
And there's also evidence of chronic effects on some of our organs. So there's some concern there. So this is something new, and it's something that a lot of other provinces are starting to look into.
The superintendent of the Catholic School Board in Yellowknife says he didn't want to take any chances when positive results for lead started showing up last fall in school drinking water. So the Catholic schools switched to bottled water right away. But he says in his previous teaching jurisdiction, water testing was never brought up.
I was actually quite shocked about it, to be honest. I mean, I've been in education for over 20 years, and in Alberta, where I've come from, northern Alberta, and no one ever talked about testing the water there. So
today, a letter was sent to staff and families from École Sir John Franklin High School in Yellowknife, letting them know about high levels of lead and copper, and that they stopped using the school's water fountains earlier this year. Territorial officials say many schools in the NWT, including Sir John's, have switched to bottled water. The government also says that they expect testing to be done by the next school year. Jocelyn Chappelle, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Devolution in Nunavut is now just 1 year away, a major shift that'll see control over land and resources handed from Ottawa to the territory. Nunavut's premier says preparations are on track, but as Samuel Watt reports, significant work still lies ahead.
We, the people of Nunavut, have regained control of our destiny.
The words of Nunavut's first Premier Paul O'Carlick in 1999 on the day the region became its own territory. It means more autonomy from the Government of Canada, but Nunavut would still not be the master of its own land until now.
This is one of the last puzzles of Nunavut.
A devolution agreement was signed in 2024 with a 3-year transition period. This time next year, the Nunavut government will take control of its land and resources, a long time coming for former Premier and land claims negotiator Paul Quassa.
It is a dream coming true, and I certainly hope that feeling is within our existing legislative assembly.
Yeah, we're prepared. in terms of devolution.
Premier John Mayne says the road to devolution is more or less on track, but there's still a whole lot of work left to do. For example, contracts for 100 federal employees, soon to be Nunavut government staff, and setting up a new department for land and resources.
We know already that there will be important links between the new department and existing ones. It all comes down to careful planning.
The Canadian government also needs to clean up roughly 150 contaminated sites on Crown land before handing them over to Nunavut. In 2024, the territorial government said it was likely that work would continue past the transfer date. Nunavut is following in the footsteps of the NWT and Yukon, which was the first to go through devolution in 2003. Pat Duncan was an MLA at the time and a former premier. She says changing the way government works is not easy.
Ultimately was an election issue that in part cost me an election. It's a difficult process.
She says there will be imperfections, drafting or translation errors in legislation, for example. She urges people to be patient. Mayne is conscious of the work ahead.
It's going to be a very busy, very active next year for us, but we're very excited about the challenges ahead.
As the clock ticks closer to Devolution Day. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Pangnirtung's new mayor was sworn in on Tuesday, and he says it's time to rethink how the municipality operates.
I would like it to be bottom up instead of top down. Model of project governance. It's by the people, for the people.
Umar Kakari says he wants to shift toward a more community-driven model, giving residents a bigger role in decision-making. During his campaign, he went door to door to hear directly from people about their concerns, including housing, infrastructure, and upgrades to the arena. Now he plans to carry that approach into office, including creating an elders committee to help guide municipal priorities. A controversial bill has passed in Yukon's legislature, giving the government the power to halt plans for a new health authority. The CBC's TJ Deer reports.
Supporters of Shokwa were once again in the public gallery on Tuesday, but their presence didn't change the outcome. The bill to make changes to the Health Authority Act passed in the House. During debate in Committee of the Whole, Opposition Leader Kate White said she would take as much time as she could to extend the debate. Health and Social Services Minister Brad Cather said that he would try to expedite proceedings. The NDP proposed 2 amendments they made in partnership with the Council of Yukon First Nations. Both were defeated and the bill passed as written. White and interim Liberal leader Deborah Lee Rady made emotional statements during third reading yesterday. They stressed the importance of a health authority as a means of combating systemic racism in health care. Cathers repeated that the Yukon Party is delivering on their campaign promises. Today in the House on Opposition Day, Rady introduced a motion asking the board of Shokwa to testify in favor of the authority. White said that it was a reasonable request, but Cather said it would take too much extra time. The motion was defeated as MLAs voted along party lines. TJ Deer, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Upgrades are coming to Yellowknife's airport, with early work set to begin in the months ahead. But the biggest changes are still down the runway. Sarah St. Pierre explains.
The Yellowknife Airport needs a new terminal. That's according to the territorial government. Airport improvements have been an idea since at least 2012, and they've been planning all this time.
There's been a lot of work done on what is actually needed for the Yellowknife Airport, and I think, you need to plan for this stuff. You can't just build something, otherwise you run into problems where you build something that's below what you need, kind of thing.
Until a new terminal is built, the airport is going to work on some smaller fixes, like improved washrooms and new tech to speed up security screening. It's not clear yet how disruptive that work will be.
Hard to say at this point. Like any kind of ongoing construction project in an operating area, we'll have to have some modifications, but certainly we're very cognizant that the airport is running full speed ahead and passengers will be moving through.
He says that when the time comes, it could take 7 to 8 years to build a whole new terminal. The territory is currently applying for federal funding to make it happen, and it's all part of a bigger plan with some of the planned changes meant to match the needs of the Department of National Defense. One addition will be a sizable piece of land set aside for the Department of National Defense, right next to the new terminal. Now that the territorial government knows what to expect on that front, officials say it helps move things along.
I know from kind of outwardly looking, it looks like not a lot has gone on, but certainly behind the scenes, we've been working quite hard at making sure that we're planning appropriately and that we're prepared to meet the moment with the D&D investment and the opportunity that that presents.
D&D will also pay for the design of new taxiways and runway extensions, which could potentially give the airport one of the largest runways in the country. Procurement for the design work should start in the coming weeks. Sarah Saint-Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Dubbed the King of the Yukon and the pride of Dawson City, a new fire truck rolled into the Klondike from Winnipeg on Tuesday evening. The truck is replacing one of the 3 fire trucks at the station, which is 9 years past its expiration. Valued around $1.4 million, it was purchased by Dawson City for less than $900,000. Dawson City's fire chief, Mike Massery, says this was a steal. He's pretty sure this is the only truck of its kind in the north.
I've been looking for a new truck since I've been here. And, every year we do a little budget for it. And of course, the price goes up and up and up and up. So when I first came, the same truck was probably worth $400,000. And then when COVID happened, almost everything that was emergency services almost doubled in price.
Among other upgrades, Massery says the truck is equipped with a larger water tank, a swivel nozzle on top of the truck, and plug-ins in every cabinet to charge equipment. Dawson's fire crew celebrated the new truck's arrival Tuesday night. There were team photos, a speech from the mayor, and the christening of the new truck with a champagne bottle smashed on the front bumper. As southern Yukon starts to thaw, the skies come alive with the return of swans, and the celebration begins. The annual festival kicked off today at McClintock Bay on Marsh Lake. Swans stop by the lake as part of their migration every spring. But this year, there's less open water than usual, thanks to that lingering cold. Even so, experts say they haven't heard concerns about the lack of open water.
In the southern lakes area of the Yukon, we have these massive lakes, these lake outlets. And so their water opens there earlier than a lot of other places in the area, like a month earlier, which is substantial because there's some current there. And McClintock Bay, Swan Haven in particular, has also the McClintock River coming into it. And that silt creates a good food source, this pondweed that the swans like to eat. So it's a good place for them to rest on their migration and also get some food. So they just stay here for a little to recharge and then to get going again.
Given the lack of open water, the swans are still quite far out on the lake, but McCall says this weekend should provide good weather for swan viewing. One last show, and then the lights go out. After nearly 80 years, Yellowknife's Capitol Theatre screened its final film on Tuesday night, marking the end of an era for a place many here say felt more like a second home than a cinema. The CBC's Devin Trudenick reports.
I'm here at the Yellowknife Capitol Movie Theater on its last day of operations. This line stretches all the way down to the front doors of the building. I spoke to some avid moviegoers. One of them says this is a big loss for both him and the city.
I come like almost every week, man. I've saved every single ticket since I've been here for 5 years.
Vu says the theater is like church for him. He's a filmmaker himself who's premiered his own movie at this theater. So without it, Vu isn't sure where he can take his ideas next. He hopes other small city theaters don't follow suit.
Guys, support your local cinema. If you're seeing this from Vancouver or wherever in the south, you gotta support them.
In February, the theater's owners announced the Capitol Theater would close at the end of March. Now, for the first time in nearly 80 years, Yellowknife residents won't have a local cinema to go watch movies. And people care. Before the theater even opened, people were lining up outside. Tony Anderson says she's lived in Yellowknife for a decade. She had to break the news to her own child.
My 8-year-old son came up to me the other day. He's like, it's almost April 1st. We're going to go to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And I had to be like, no, you're not, bud. So we're really sad.
The theater's manager wasn't surprised by last night's large turnout. He says moments like that are his favorite, when everyone gets together. But for a while now, those moments have been few and far between.
I can't help but feeling, though, if we had this kind of business for the last few years, that maybe we wouldn't be at the point that we're at now. But I'm touched. I really am.
The owners of the building that housed the theater are looking for a new tenant to run it, but no one has come forward yet. What happens next is unclear. Some are left wondering where they'll watch their next major motion picture. Fly to Edmonton, drive to Hay River, is a choice they'll have to make for themselves. Devin Trudinick, CBC News, Yellowknife Capitol Theater.
And thanks to a nonprofit organization in Yellowknife, there actually will be another chance to watch a movie at the Capitol Theater. On April 15th, Western Arctic Moving Pictures, or WAMP, is hosting free screenings of 3 Canadian films, all to celebrate National Canadian Film Day. There will be a DJ spinning nostalgic tracks in the lobby, and of course, movie snacks available for purchase. A new interactive virtual museum showcasing Igloolik culture launches today. Inuit Worlds brings local knowledge from the 1960s and 70s right to your phone. Bianca McEwen reports.
That's how an Igloolik elder describes the game Tivayu, played with a mask. One of those masks was collected by the late anthropologist Bernard Saladin d'Anglure in the 1960s and 70s, and later featured alongside other objects collected in an art exhibit in 2019. Now it's part of the virtual museum Inuit Worlds. It's been a 4-year-long collaboration between Laval University, Nunavut Arctic College, and Igloolik High School. Jack Howley worked with the college and hadn't heard about the mask until this project.
I've seen it on a movie, but I didn't really think about it much until I started hearing about it with the elders here. Yeah, it did happen in this town art community.
So, how exactly does an online museum work? The website features 50 objects and is divided into 4 sections: men, women, children, and community life. There's also video testimonies from elders and even quizzes you can do to test your knowledge. Valentine Ribadu-Dumas is with the university. More than a museum, she says it's an educational tool.
We gathered teachers and students talking around the object, and also we showed them the capsule and the website. So it's kind of their elders talking to them through the screen.
She says it's registered with the government of Nunavut as an educational tool high schools across the territory can use. Howley says with the museum online, the elders' testimonies and local knowledge will be accessible for decades to come.
Hopefully we have given at least a small amount of information, if not more, to the younger generation, which they really need, especially if you're going to live up in the north. You know, there are some things that you have to learn to deal with if you're going to be in the land. So traditional style doesn't go away, it stays.
Bianca McEwen, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Loose dogs are a familiar sight in many northern communities. Some are left to roam, others slip away on their own. Either way, though, they can pose real risks to themselves and to people. In Pelly Crossing, Yukon, the community is taking a new approach. The Selkirk First Nation created an animal care coordinator role a year ago as part of its community's safety officer program. I spoke with the coordinator last week about the impact so far and what still needs to change.
So my name is Marianne. I serve here as the animal care coordinator hired by Selkirk First Nation. I've been in that position for a year now, and this position has been created in response of concern raised by community members and citizens about their safety regarding roaming dogs and aggressive pack. So the council responded with that position, and I'm here to create the foundation and the base of that role, because we are basically starting from scratch, never been this position before. And the goal is for a local person to take over after me. So I'm just here to make the protocol, the procedure.
Yeah, I mean, I know one of the things that you did as well as you're kind of creating this role was to do a bit of a survey about the dog population in town. So tell me what you found that was maybe a little bit surprising when you started actually taking count of the dogs.
Yes, so I run observation actually, and I have now a database that allow me to know, again, only on my observation of a number of a certain dogs here, the population of the dog in Pelly Crossing, and surprisingly, every one of them is owned by someone. So there's no stray dogs around, like with no owner at all, and so it make think again of that position and maybe to focus more on educational based programs to help dog owners to be more responsible and to provide them resources, materials, information, because again we are far from Whitehorse and not everybody has access to vet care or just even basic first aid. So that's what we are trying to provide here.
And I understand you're also able to provide some basic care for the dogs as well, in terms of like a bit of a stopgap measure, because it is so far to Whitehorse, and veterinary care in Whitehorse is also very busy. Tell me about that.
Yes, I mean, I am using also the vets, the Alpine Vet triage number. They're really a good resource because they can help you through. But again, if you have an emergency or something bigger, or you don't know actually, because not everyone knows what to do with when it comes to dogs, and your dog in particular. So, so I can help with basic first aid because I'm trained for that. So I can just share the information. I can come whenever I'm here and provide the first aid. And also I can tell people to use telemedicine. There is really a good asset here. Again, the person won't be here physically, but the veterinarian can just sometimes prescribe antibiotics or just meds. And also what I do with my role, for example, is to on Thursday we have a Thursday care day. So it's every Thursday I'm going to people's places on their request, of course, if they need to have basic grooming services like nail trim and dematting also, and it allows me to check on the dogs if dog owners have any basic question I can answer. So that's something that we like to do because it's checking on the dogs, checking on people too at the same time, because again behind every dog there is a dog owner. Now
100%. And how is the community responding to some of the education and some of these programs that you put in place?
So again, it's a really new program, so it took a little bit of time to set programs up. I'm still doing it. And at first I think, citizens were a little bit surprised about that position, and maybe we're also waiting a little bit more about enforcement, but that's really not my role. I don't have that authority, and that's not really what we want that role to be. So I guess now, I mean, I'm being called a lot of time to check on dogs. So for me, it's already a good response. And that's it.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, if people are calling you, it shows that there's a level of trust there.
Yes.
Finally, I'll ask you really quickly just where we're standing right now and what your hope is for this space.
Yes, so this is our dog shelter. We name it Nianaku. It means animal house in Northern Chichoni language. It's actually one of my trainees this summer who named it after, so I really like it. And the goal for this space is to shelter dogs when they are in need for a short period of time. Right now it needs some renovation. We are installing a propane furnace, because it's totally off-grid. It's a little bit outside of town. And the goal for that place is to have a safe place for dogs, and also to host some activities with them, because we're really surrounded by the bush, and So yeah, like a gathering point at some point for dogs and people and youth in particular.
Marion, thank you so much for sharing about your work. I really appreciate this conversation. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Thank you very much.
And it was history in the making in Florida only hours ago.
15, 10.
GLS is go for core stage engine start.
Integrity, AMT high.
That is the moment that Artemis 2 launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, late Wednesday afternoon. It's NASA's first moon mission in 53 years. And all eyes are on this spaceflight, including Edmonton's Zachary Aubert, who traveled to the Kennedy Space Center for a closer look.
It was special to come down here. Early in February was the first window, so I've been down here for a little bit, and we had a little bit of work that had to be done on the vehicle, so we actually did have to roll back into the vehicle assembly building, and I was lucky enough to be down along the crawlerway as it rolled back in, but also before it rolled in and then after it rolled in, actually head into the vehicle assembly building, which you can hardly tell the scale of it. For scale, the lines on the American flag, you can drive a Greyhound bus down for it. But stepping into what many call the Cathedral of Space, and stepping into where that space launch system, just being feet away, getting to see our new generation's moon rocket just days away from its flight. It's an honor, it's a privilege, and it's just exciting to get to share that with everyone we can. It's really special to have a Canadian on board. Many people thought, if America's going to go back, why don't they go back the first time themselves? And then we'll start taking partner agencies. But to have a Canadian on board for this first flight, I think really just speaks to the Artemis Accords and the whole Artemis program. As a Canadian growing up, I was that kid that said I want to be an astronaut when I grow up, but there was never really a clear line on, what do I have to do to get to become that? And we're seeing that change with commercial spaceflight. But now that changes from I just want to go to low Earth orbit to, hey, we've got a hero now to look at that's going to go to the moon. And I'm just excited to see what that does for the next generation of explorers that will get to look up and say, hey, a Canadian went there, maybe I can too.
What an incredible opportunity, and I cannot wait to see more images from that flight. That is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/Northbeat.